everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video, I'll be doing a bookshelf tour. So after officially moving in, I have like a nice kind of little library area in this house, which is really exciting. It's nice to have like a place that like can hold all of the books, which is exciting. So I'll kind of do a brief overview of my shelves, how I have everything organized. And I don't think I can do like a full tour where it's like I pull out every single book. I don't think I have time for that now, just being a like full-time researcher and doing all those things. So this is probably as good as we're going to get from now on, but I'll show you the books on our main floor, the library setup, and then kind of the straggler bookshelves that are kind of scattered throughout the upstairs. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So here is a overview of my bookshelves that are on the main floor. So these are my old bookshelves that I had at my parents' house that we brought over to this house, so it's nice to be again reunited with all my books. And then over here is where my fiance has some of his books, and my cookbooks and travel books are also on here as well. So I'll do a quick overview of some of the books and how my shelves are organized. So starting with this smaller shelf here, this kind of couple shelves are where I keep my nonfiction. So you can see there's a variety of different topics, all from human evolution to historical events to kind of celebrity memoirs to, understanding racism and racism culture in America and all that. So this is where I keep my nonfictions kind of amongst these three shelves here. And then kind of moving down, these are kind of some miscellaneous paperbacks that I just kind of fit wherever they can fit, I kind of find a spot for. And again, kind of continuing on here, these are again kind of miscellaneous paperbacks that I have. And then finally here I have my other miscellaneous stack, and then these are all the books that either my fiance got me or my sister got me. So I just keep these down here in a nice safe spot. Next, moving on to this main shelf here, this is where I keep my series. Most of them are fantasy, so here is a quick overview, but you can see it's mostly fantasy series. So starting at the top, I kind of have more of my YA series into more adult. So again, these are just kind of where they happen to fit. And it's nice too that for the most part, these are completed series on these shelves. And so where there's a space is where I know there's going to be a new release coming up in the future. So I try to make it a little bit easier for me if I can kind of just plan ahead. So I just have my kind of fantasy series here, Harry Potter, and then Throne of Glass. And then this is kind of my favorite shelf. So I have the Emily Wilde series. I have the Shepherd King duology, the Folk of the Air books, and then my Sarah J. Maas book, so the ACOTAR series, and then Crescent City here. And I'm assuming there's going to be a new Sarah J. Maas book probably within later next year, this year or early next year. So I have that spot planned out. And so once we get another Sarah J. Maas book, I'm going to have to get creative with reorganizing this, but for the most part, this fits. I then have my Cormoran Strike series, and then a variety of my Marissa Meyer books, and then the LaBelle Savage series by Philip Pullman, and then Ordinary Monsters. Again, this is where I have kind of more miscellaneous as well. I have like Jade City, The Diviners, Leigh Bardugo, the Gilded Wolves trilogy, and then these are also series that are completed here, like Hunger Games, Philippa Bray trilogy, Shadow and Bone, His Dark Materials, some Nora Roberts, and then the Gallagher Girls trilogy. So this next main shelf here is kind of books that I have for multiple authors. So you can see on this top shelf, this is where I kind of have a variety of authors that I have multiple books from. So I have like Emily Henry, Richard Osman, Frederick Backman, Jojo Moyes, Elizabeth Wein, and all that. So I kind of keep those here. And then kind of continuing on with the same trend, I have books from Taylor Jenkins Reid, Kristen Hanna, Martha Hall Kelly, Anthony Doerr. So these are kind of where I keep these authors together. My favorite series of all time, the Inspector Gamache series by Louise Penny. I have them all here. And then some other kind of miscellaneous authors that I've really enjoyed the books for, such as like Lessons in Chemistry, The Invisible Life of Addie Rue, The Vanishing Half, kind of these ones here, just kind of where they fit. This next shelf is where I keep kind of Gillian Flynn, Kate Quinn, Kate Morton, Jodi Picoult, Lane Moriarty. They're kind of all kind of mixed in here depending on where I can fit them. And these last two shelves are kind of like my crime series books. So I have obviously my Tess Gerritsen books, and then I have Barbara Nicholas and Robert Bryndzada and his two series here. And then this bottom shelf is where I kind of have a miscellaneous kind of historical fiction, thriller, murder mystery type series here. The Stillhouse Lake series by Rachel Kane, Lee Goldberg, Robert Dugoni. So these are kind of where I keep the kind of crime series that I kind of catch up on and read. And you may have noticed that we have a lot of Jellycats. Me and my fiance collect a lot of Jellycats, so we kind of have them mixed throughout the room. And then this fall, like, little half shelf is kind of, again, more miscellaneous authors that I just, where it fits. So these are currently, if I'm finishing them on my TBR and they don't really fit anywhere else on the book shelves, kind of, that are either their author or series. If they're not any of that, I just kind of put them here for now. But as you can see, I'm slowly running out of room, and we're eventually going to make this kind of a built-in bookshelf. We're going to do like a little renovation, but for right now, for the time being, this is fine. So yeah, eventually we will make this like a nice, this whole wall like a built-in bookshelf, but for the time being, this is perfect for kind of what we have right now. And then lastly, I have kind of on my fiance's shelves, I have our travel books here, and then he has his books, and then my cookbooks are at the bottom. Next, moving on into my office, I have this smaller bookshelf here, and these are books that are on my TBR list that I haven't read yet. I find just having them, like a shelf dedicated to them, makes it easier for me to kind of see what books I need to read. And then what I like to do here is the books that I plan to read each month, I just keep on here, so they're not kind of organized. It's, again, kind of just where they can fit, so I just organize them this way. There's really no rhyme or reason, just where they happen to fit. And then lastly, in our one of these spare bedrooms, I have this shelf here, and it is a mix of kind of bigger books that didn't fit in the shelves downstairs to some of my like kind of childhood favorite books. So I have like Harry Potter, A Series of Unfortunate Events, Narnia, just books I read like when I was younger that I really enjoyed, and then my kind of mass market paperback crime novels up here. But yeah, this is really kind of a great space. This is kind of the bedroom for when we have our first kid. Will probably be in this room, and so I think having some of my childhood favorite books in here would, I don't know, makes it nice. So yeah, this is kind of, again, they're just organized with how they fit. So again, like the Spider Chronicles are kind of just like squished in with the Series of Unfortunate Event books and all that. So yeah, I was like, you know what, this will be our first kid's like bedroom, so if I can just kind of carry on the legacy of and pass down some of these books, I think it would be really great. So this is kind of where I keep those childhood favorite books. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below how you like to organize your books and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, thanks to you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.